As an enjoyer of Stevie Nicks, I love a good witch, especially if that witch is writing music. And Lady Gaga's new single, Abracadabra, has simply taken the world by storm. It seems like everybody is obsessed with this song and playing it on repeat. And because of its mass success, there's been a lot of people who have picked up on the fact that there might be some little witchy messages hidden in this song. I mean, not exactly hidden because the name is literally Abracadabra, but we're gonna dive into it today. And let me just start this video out with a disclaimer, okay? This is supposed to be a fun, deep dive into Easter eggs hidden in a song, okay? I don't want to see any comments like, oh, witchcraft isn't real. Why are you guys believing in magic? If you feel the need to comment that, know that you're a loser and nobody likes you, and you will die alone. With that being said, let's proceed. Before we get into the actual witchy aspect of this song, I want to give you a strong foundation of what the song actually means from Lady Gaga herself. According to Lady Gaga, Abracadabra is about facing the challenge of life and the challenge of the night and finding the magic in it all. When you have to face the world, the people around you, your life, your unique circumstances, your unique fabric in the world, and when you feel challenged with really showing everybody who you are. And in the song she mentions, like a poem said by a lady in red, and when asked about who this lady in red represents, she said, "Your internal monologue and all of you that puts you to the test." In a lot of ways, the song is about dealing with that challenge to yourself, and very often the world around us can reflect it back to us as well. I want to explore the question, what does it feel like to thrive and not just be surviving all the time? The song also deals with a lot of duality, this idea of love and death, this idea of because death is something that we all have to face, we can rebirth. When a part of us dies, we can become something else, much like a phoenix. And how you can take that power and manifest whatever you want to, essentially. Which has led some to believe that this might be a manifestation spell or possibly a protection spell. I don't know if that's true or not, but there are certainly a lot of witchy elements in this song. For example, let's start out with the name itself. Abracadabra. Now, a lot of people, when they hear the word abracadabra, are probably going to think about a magician like pulling a rabbit out of a hat, like some goofy word that you say. But that's actually not true at all. Abracadabra actually has its roots in actual real witchcraft. Now, the actual origin of abracadabra is something that's a little messy and we can't really pin it down, but there are a few ideas. There's some people that believe that the word has its roots in Aramaic or Hebrew, and either way you spin it, it means I create as I speak. So abracadabra is a word that deals with the power of speech. This idea that we can create and manifest our reality through the power of words alone, and that what we say has a real effect. But something else interesting about abracadabra is the use of an amulet. Serenus Simonicus was a Roman who came up with the idea of a abracadabra amulet. He thought that if you wrote abracadabra in a triangular pattern, and if somebody wore the amulet, that it would drain disease and illness from the person's body. So abracadabra became a spell that was against disease. Oddly enough, the single that was released before Abracadabra was titled Disease. But there's something else about this whole idea of an amulet and this I create as I speak that does apply to the song Abracadabra. If you think about how she's saying Abracadabra, how she splits it up, it very much reflects that of what's said on the amulet, perhaps implying that she is putting an amulet into the song, this protection element into the song. And that makes a lot of sense considering abracadabra is connected to I create as I speak. She is creating the amulet, she is creating the protection spell through her words. And whether you believe in witchcraft or not, that is really neat in my opinion. It's just cool that she wrote that into the song. And the next part I want to talk about is the actual chorus of the song, because this is when I thought that we were treading into like a bad romance sort of territory. When I first heard this song, I thought it was just gibberish. I thought we were dealing with a rah rah, ooh la la kind of thing. But that's not entirely correct because there are some hidden messages within this gibberish part of the chorus. Hidden within the chorus are the words amor and morta. Amor translates to love, and morta is the name of the goddess of death. This correlates to another line of the song where she says, in her tongue she said, death or love tonight. So in the chorus, she's literally saying again, love and death. Another thing that's kind of interesting there, and this might be a stretch, but this is just what I picked up, is that she said in her tongue she said love or death. And the fact that she mirrored that part of the chorus so much like what we kind of know her to do, that rah, rah, ah, ah. She's literally using her language, what she's known for, to speak death and love. I don't know, that was just a little added thing there. The whole song itself is giving me witchy vibes, talking about angels and devils. There's a mention of dark moonlight, a haunting dance, you're both in a trance, it's time to cast your spell on the night. That seems very witchy to me. Also, the lady in red, when I first heard this song, and I know it's not right, but when I first heard this song, I was like, we need to edit the Scarlet Witch. She is the lady in red. This is who Lady Gaga is talking about. I also want to bring up that there is a mention of the goddess of death in Abracadabra, so I think she's writing this about the Marvel witches. I don't know, but the Agatha Harkness edits to Abracadabra go absolutely crazy. But going back to the actual topic, Lady Gaga did actually mention that the song might actually be a spell. There was a fan that posted about Abracadabra, and she actually commented on that video saying that she rewrote the spell in the chorus about 50 times. Which a lot of people were saying that she might have been playing, or that might have been just a joke because everyone is just assuming it's a spell, but it seems to have worked out too perfectly for it not to have been intentional. So the general consensus is that Abracadabra is a protection spell, a manifestation spell. And if it is a spell, I totally get it because it's addicting for some reason. There's a lot of people obsessed with this song, and I'm just saying it makes sense. The other song that is a spell is Silver Springs, and that's another one everyone is addicted to. Maybe there's something to it, I don't know. So there you go, there were just a few of the witchy elements hidden within Lady Gaga's Abracadabra. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe to join the groovy graveyard, and I will see you in the next one.